Hey everybody, it's Alex, and I'm in my studio right now. My face is really white. There we go. Recently I got a request from a viewer to show you my recording setup, so I just thought I would give you a tour of my desk real quick and kind of explain the gear that I use. So here we go. Alright, so I guess I'll start with my computer. It's a 13-inch MacBook Pro, purchased in the fall of 2010 if I remember correctly. It has a 2.4 gigahertz Intel Core 2 Duo processor and 4 gigs of DDR3 RAM. Yep, I've been using it since I bought it pretty much every day, and it's never really given me any problems except when I get to the very end of a few mixes. When I have a lot of stuff going on, it'll sometimes do a little hiccup, but you know, it is like 3 years old now, almost, so, well, 2 years old. 3? Maybe I got it in 2009. I can't remember, but yeah, that's my computer. And then I have a 19-inch monitor up here running the actual edit window of the mix window down here. So that's basically my computer, and my software, of course, is Pro Tools 10. Yeah, I guess we'll move over here to the left. My desk is pretty messy, but here we have an M-Audio Axiom 25 MIDI controller. It's the first generation. It doesn't have the little fader over here. It works fine for, you know, doing some MIDI parts occasionally and tapping out some MIDI drum parts on the pads. That's basically what I use it for. Really nice, really compact. You can actually, it's USB bus powered, so you can take it with you wherever your computer is. And yeah, that's my MIDI controller. To the right of that is my control surface. It's a Behringer BCF 2000, I believe. It has 8 motorized faders, as I will demonstrate right now. I'm moving the software fader. It's kind of loud, but you know, you have 8 motorized faders and a bunch of buttons and knobs up here. So it's really awesome just to kind of enhance your workflow a little bit. It's only 200 bucks, so it's a pretty good deal. Here I have an IKEA nightstand that just so happens to be the exact width of a rack space unit. Thank you, Joe Gilder from Home Studio Corner, for identifying this piece of furniture. So I just put some rack ears on it, and all I have in it is a power conditioner here, and I have a PreSonus, what's this called? PreSonus Fire Studio Tube Firewire audio interface. It has, let's see, it has 8 regular preamps in it, and then it has 2 tube preamps in the front with built-in limiters and, what is it, high pass filter? Yeah, so it's pretty sweet. And then it has 6 more line inputs if you wanted to have your own external preamps or whatever. So I got this probably 2 years ago. I've been using it. I've never really had a problem with it. Before this, I had it was a PreSonus. I can't remember what it's called. It only had 8 preamps in it. PreSonus FirePod, PreSonus FP10. That's what it was called. The FP10. PreSonus has this weird habit of not upgrading their products and then naming it like the 2, 3, 4. They just completely get rid of a product and just come up with a new one. So this is probably not even for sale anymore, unless you go on eBay or something and find one. But yeah, they probably have something even better out by now. So yeah, that's my interface, and here is my hard drive. I have a FireWire cable going from my interface to my FireWire hard drive. It's 2 terabytes, and then from the hard drive I have a FireWire cable going into the FireWire port on my computer right here. As you probably know, the MacBook Pros only have one FireWire port, and I have two FireWire devices, so I just daisy chained them, and they both work perfectly fine. There's an Xbox 360 right there with a few GameFly games, but that's not really part of the setup. I have some Behringer monitors that I got a few years ago on some RLX pads. They're monitors. I mean, they make noise, so as long as the main thing you have to worry about with monitors is if you know what they sound like. If you listen to music on them regularly and you know what they sound like and you know what you're trying to achieve, you don't really need super nice monitors. I mean, of course they help, but as long as you know your monitors, that's the biggest takeaway from this little segment of my tour. So you don't have to get the most expensive monitors, but just know how they sound. So I guess that's all the major components of this side of the room. So yeah, I hope you learned something today.